What's up, fam? So yeah, I am so irritated. I do not know what that is on my freaking seatbelt, but we're gonna make it through this video real quick. So I'm on my way home. I wanted to come with a real quick video. So I was in lecture today, and my professor was like, "What are the two enemies of nurses? What are the two enemies of nurses?" So in my mind, I was thinking like time. You know, that's the first thing about my head. I didn't say nothing. Basically, time and fatigue. And I was like, yes, she's right. And that's one of the things two of the things that make nursing like something that people don't want to do. So let me go into detail. So as far as fatigue, she explained, she was like, all these different things add up to fatigue. So you're tired of working short. You're tired of people not showing up to work. You're tired, meaning like you don't have any relief, or nobody shows up, like you only have 2 CNAs on the floor and you got like 40 something patients, or the med tech decides not to show up, which med techs usually come to work, I'm gonna be honest, but the med tech doesn't show up, or the nurse didn't show up, so you have to take on 30 more patients. Like legit, that happens, 50 even sometimes. It's ridiculous. So stuff like that happens, right? That's the part of the fatigue. Or you're tired because management, every time you go to them with a complaint, they're not doing anything about it. They tell you they're going to do something about it, but nothing happens. You're tired because you have issues with your unlicensed personnel. So like your CNAs or dietary workers or housekeeping, things like that. And you go to them, or you have an issue that constantly keeps happening and nobody's doing anything about it. You're tired because patients are, like acting ridiculous, which at the end of the day, I think like nursing fatigue, yes, it can come from the patients, but I do think to a certain extent nurses just realize, these people are sick, they're here for a reason, this is my job to take care of them. But it's the everything around it that makes it so hard for you to take care of people. It's hard for you to be in the room with that anxious patient for 15 minutes and trying to talk to them and get them to relax, or just sitting there listening to them. It's hard for you to do that when you only have one aide on the floor. You have to give vital signs on 20 patients, and you have to chart on 20 patients, and there's no med tech. Like that legit happens. So like it's hard for you to actually take care of people in this field because it's so much, like it's a lot of things just fall into the gaps, like everything just falls short, right? So that's the fatigue part. And then she said time constraints, or there's a lot on you to get things done in a specific amount of time. And she was saying this based off of like errors that happen, mistakes that happen in nursing. It's because you're tired, and because you got so much pressure on you to get things done that you will overlook a lot of stuff, or you won't have time to do your full assessments. You don't have time to really look at your medications, which that's a big thing. Looking at your medications is a big thing. Make sure you're giving the right meds, right? Like stuff just really, it just comes down on you. And I know that ain't nobody parked out here. I know that what was I gonna say? Like I know every field has something where it becomes stressful, but like in nursing, so yeah, the other day it was a patient that it was me and a nurse, and like we didn't have any aides on the floor, right? So we were in there helping the patient like get pulled up in bed. She turned her light on, so me and her were helping pull the patient up in bed. And the patient was like, "Are they short-staffed or something like that?" And then they was like, "Yeah, other nurse was like, "Yeah, we are." She was like, "See, this is crazy." And then the nurse was like, "Well, they're short-staffed everywhere, even like McDonald's. Like there's like nobody out here working." And this is what we just talked about. I talked about this in my last video. But anyway, she was like, it's like nobody working right now. And she was like, well, this isn't McDonald's. Like, yeah, McDonald's can be short-staffed. You don't get your da-da-da-da. Okay, whatever the problem is, it is what it is. But like, this is a nursing home. Like, real people live here, and real sick people have problems, and they need this and the third. Like, that shouldn't be an option. But it is an option. Nursing homes are very short-staffed right now. That's why agency nurses is out here killing the game. It's like people are leaving staff nursing jobs and becoming agency nurses because they see that it's way more beneficial to put yourself in that position than to be at a job, but that's something else. But anyhow, it just depends on what you got going on, because I talked to another girl, she was saying she got some other stuff going on, so it's not gonna work for her. But anyways, y'all's how to tell in this car. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, but the patient was like, this ain't no damn McDonald's, bitch. I don't care, I need this and the third. Which I get it, but it's just like, no, there's like, where is everybody at? Like, nobody is doing this work no more for real. It's crazy. It's like people decided not to work anymore. And you can be like, well, people don't want to work, nobody want to earn a living. Like, if you go around, like, there's so many places that's saying hiring, hiring, hiring. Like, it just make you think everything is changing right now. But that's that. I'm about to go eat me some Chipotle. Yes, those are the two enemies of nursing. Time. You have a lot of stress on you to get things done at a certain time. Even on the computer, like, you know, if you don't get something done by that certain time, like say something's due at 6 o'clock and here it is 7:01, it's gonna ding on you because they give you like an hour before, hour after to get it done for certain things. And everything on your like screen is gonna be red, like everything is due. And it's like you have to get everything charted before you leave. You have to get all this stuff done before you leave. And it's like, where do you actually find the time to nurse? Where do you find the time? Especially now, a lot of these patients, even though they're letting families back in the buildings and stuff like that, a lot of these patients are still like nervous and shit and sad and depressed, and like they still need your attention. They still need real people like taking care of them. But it be getting hard out here for a pimp, you know? So yeah, that's how it be. But y'all tell me what y'all think. What are some other things that basically create barriers between you and patient care, or you and your ability to be a good nurse? And that's why a lot of people are leaving the field, I think, is because it's just too much. And we was, you know, sold this idea that nursing is gonna help you to be able to take care of your family. You can travel with nursing. You'll always have a job. It's in high demand. It's in the third, which all of that is true. None of that has gone away. None of that has changed. But there's so much more expected of you. So much more expected of you. And it's like, does it outweigh what the hell you doing? I don't know.